You got it, bro.
All right, Shalom.
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 Uh, Before we open up, we want to give all glory and praises and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shem.
Shem,
Yahweh Shai.
Yahushua,
Shoot, Kadosh.
Yahweh, Shafadash.
double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who definitely rule and teach well. And as always, peace and salutations to the whole elect and the Sisiakins push the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. We're the brothers from the Great Millstone, the Gary, Indiana branch, coming at you another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim, which we pray that this video is going to be edifying as well as exhorting. But pretty much, the topic of the lesson is going to be going into gratitude, and it's something that us as men of the Lord, should be practicing, man. Being grateful, that the Heavenly Father has given us His truth, because the Lord didn't have to do a goddamn thing, man. The Lord didn't have to do none of these things. When you show your appreciation to the Lord by, doing what's required of us, that's what doing the work, praying, fasting, being a brother, putting out the world. That's how you show your appreciation to somebody, that helps you out. That helped you out, man. And how much more the Heavenly Father, and His only begotten Son, you know.
Come.
So, without further ado, unless you brothers got something y'all want to say, you get the word for the definition for gratitude.
I got it. This is gratitude in the Edamon online. It says gratefulness, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness.
Mm. Hey, it's returning kindness, man. This is an act of charity as well. Sacrificing our time. That's how we show we appreciate what the Lord has done for us. You know, doing this work, being a brother. Not just also just giving out, money or monetary, but that's good too. But you know, sacrificing your time. That's what the Lord look at. The scripture say what we should make our bodies a living sacrifice. And that's how we show, our appreciation, for what the Lord is doing for us.
That's it.
The
I'll
Lord
get
ain't have to
that
be
for.
perfect, but it's not bro.
No, I'll say I'll get that for you.
Uh,
Romans chapter 12. You got it, bro.
I got a precept too.
Did we get that definition?
Yeah, he got the word gratitude.
Okay, come. What did it say? I didn't hear it.
It said the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness.
Come.
It says recognition, acknowledgement,
mm,
Okay. If I
respect.
may add, it says ready to return. What did it say? Ready to return what? Kindness.
Yep.
Kind. I just think about how do we turn because what can we possibly do? For the Lord, He can do all things. Well, the Lord said, "If you love Me, then what? Feed My sheep."
Yep.
So if don't pay it back, pay it forward. You know. So we paying it forward by feeding the lamb, and that's in turn doing the work. It's just part of doing the work, but it's a major part because we're paying it forward. We turning many away from righteousness. It took scripture to talk about that. How you deliver your soul from death. You're delivering souls from death, which is sin. We're turning many away from righteousness. Those are things are well pleasing unto the Lord. So that's in one way, one factor how we paying it back, paying it forward. You know, I'll get this John 20. I got this John 21 on deck. But you go ahead though. Go ahead. You got it, bro.
I got that Romans 12 for you, bro.
Make sure y'all try to speak into your phone as well.
Khan, could you hear me?
yeah,
Con.
we got
Khan, this is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. The heading says dedicated service. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High Power, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. You got it, bro.
If I may.
So you got it, bro.
I was just gonna bring out, when we looked at the word gratitude, it also said obligation. So it's our reasonable service. That's the least of what we could do. For what Yahweh Shai did for us. You know.
Mm.
Mhm.
me.
Yeah, because Scripture says there's no greater love than the man that lay his life down. You
Yep.
know, so
Well,
we
that's
ought to lay our life down for the Lord too, and also for the Akim. You know, because we gotta look at our brothers as if that was Yahweh Shai himself as well.
mm-hmm.
You know, going that extra mile, man. Because remember, we're soldiers, and we're comrades in the faith. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
This
remember the
this
Lord destroyed. What's that? Bro, you gonna say something?
no, you got a big fella.
Remember the Lord destroyed that whole generation that came out of Egypt because they didn't fucking appreciate the Lord what He was doing for them. The Lord gave them manna. He made water come out the rock. He delivered them from their enemies, and yet they was ungrateful and unappreciative. They murmured, they bitched, they complained. You know, and you see what happened to that generation. So when we hear those stories, that should put you in fear, man. You know, even when you catching hell, just be grateful that the Lord gave you got the truth. You know,
Hey,
Yeah.
if I may, because that's an ultimate uh, example of what ungrateful ungratitude is, man. You know, you seeing all the things that the Lord did for you, you know what I'm saying, and all his power and all his glory, still, you turn your back on him, you know what I'm saying, and don't, appreciate what he saved you from your enemies, man. You know, this is the least we can do. This is our reasonable service by offering, showing the high regard or high reverence for Yahweh and Son Yahweh Shai by, offering up our bodies as a living sacrifice. It's reasonable, man. When you go into that word reasonable, it goes into being logical. You know, hey, this is it makes sense. When you weigh this out on how the Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai being a ruler and what he did for us, to how this ruler this world and what he's doing for us, man. You know what I'm saying? And you weigh that shit out, and you started, hey man, hey, the Lord is it far exceeds, the standards, than Esau Edom, man, and how he run his world. But go ahead, big bro.
God. I think, bro, you want to get the Shamari's gonna grab that John, right? That 21.
Yeah, John 21. I got another one real quick. This is Matthew's 25 and 36, because you said, if everybody just treated each other as if that brother was Yahweh Shai, even if the brother was going off, you go out of your way to help him, stay on the straight and narrow. But you would do it in a way as if it were Yahweh Shai. You would do it in meekness and in kindness.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't just start, you wouldn't just do it very abrasively off the bat. The first mistake, do it abrasively. No, but under third and fourth time you keep doing the same thing, then yeah, you get forward, you get abrasive, you get straight, so you get cussed out, but you're still supposed to do it out of love. So this is the book of Matthew 25 and 44. It says, this is the end, I'm getting straight to the point. 25 and 42. For I 25 and 42. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat.
God. Yeah.
No, I think that's the wrong one.
That's the other one.
Yeah, that's the other one. It's the slip verses up, like 30, ain't it?
No, you said it the first time. You said 35.
35 was the one I wanted, Con. Matthew 25 and 35. It says, for I was in hunger, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hunger and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when he saw we sick or in prison and came to thee? And the king shall answer and say unto him, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it to one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Mm.
All right, so that's how we're supposed to be treating one another, even in this room. Just backing the brother up when he said that, you're supposed to be treating the brothers like your house shy. You know what I'm saying?
Precept.
that's giving thanks. That's paying it forward. It's part of paying it forward, man. You know, the Lord gave me this gift, so I'm gonna go be a gift and a blessing to others, especially the righteous, especially the men of the Lord. You know, not only do we help out the poor that don't serve the Lord, that don't know the Lord, but we also especially help our brothers. You know, and then in turn we serve the Lord. That's something that we do to show the Lord that we thankful. You know, I follow His word. That was it.
Sacrificing. That's a sacrifice.
That was a sacrifice, which is our reasonable service.
Because the Lord said, "What the sacrifices are not with the bullocks, you know, that literal sacrifice, animal sacrifice. Now the sacrifice is what is you,
Yeah,
sacrificing time, you know, because we in the flesh, we have things that we want to do, wants, desire, but hey, this truth come first.
right.
And when you put this truth first, and you put brother first, hey, the Lord, that's like a sweet, savory smell to him. Like, you know, when they said when he's burning, it was a pleasant smell to the Lord.
Yeah,
You know, that's a pleasant smell to the Lord to see you. You know, you tired as hell. You just came from a long shift, and you like, fuck you, brother. Call you. Oh, we're gonna do a lesson. You like, you stomach. You know, you muster up the strength. To like, you know what? Let me do this lesson with this brother. You know, and you feel better afterwards, bro. When you do it, you feel good.
You feel good. You feel like you achieve, because when you achieve something, it actually gives you a sensation like I was profitable today. You know,
A dopamine hit.
yeah, it kind of like a dopamine hit, but it's supposed to be anyway. Yeah, I can imagine a brother that serve the Lord with a dude grudgingly serve the Lord. You know, that's bug.
Be blessing this shit, man. Come on, man. Damn, man. You're
Always
trying to
doing
get some
video.
money.
I'm out, man. You always calling me for something. Like what?
You always call it this.
You always calling me for something. Damn,
It's a demon.
that's a demon, bro. Oh shit.
I got a precept if nobody got one.
No,
I got
that was
you.
it today.
Go ahead, bro.
If a brother can get 1 Corinthians 7:3.
Am I mute?
You just
I
not
just
saying something now?
heard that. Yeah.
No, we hear you.
I was gonna say I've been saying I had one, but what you want me to do?
Oh,
I said it like 4 times. I'm like, hold on, maybe I'm mute.
Maybe I'm mute.
you had to be because I didn't hear you. But go ahead,
I
big
didn't hear
fella.
you either.
No, it's cool. I'll get yours. What you want?
No, you go ahead, big fella. Go ahead.
It was back up to brother Uriah and Shamar based on what he just pulled out. Ephesians 4:32. Yeah, and it goes into it says, and be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Yahweh for Hamashiach's sake have given you. So pretty much like the brother was saying, man, you should do pretty much to your brethren the same way the Lord has done to you, man. The Lord's forgiving you for your deeds or what we pretty much, Lord willing, he does for us. So that's the same way she would move with the Akim. Like the brother was just saying, you shouldn't be sitting here saying, why, what do you need? You keep calling me. No, you should be happy when the brother's reaching out to you. Why? Because it's giving you another opportunity to what's it called? Do well doing to your brother and also charity, man.
Precept. Got for y'all though.
And it's giving you another opportunity to get some sin up off you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I know brothers be saying it in jest jokingly, like, "No, I need my blessing." You know, but seriously, I need my blessing. You know, don't hinder me. Don't hinder my blessings. I say it every day.
For sure.
I got a debt to pay off.
I got a debt to pay off. I need that blessing.
Yeah, I got a big debt.
I need that blessing I can get.
That was it on that. Who what was the next one? I need to pull up.
I got precept, but I can wait for them.
That's right. What do you want? It was 1 Corinthians.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 7:3. It's real quick. I just wanted to harp on the phrase "do benevolence." You know, even though this scripture is talking about a man and a woman, you know, but the do benevolence speaks on the more so of the you know, the respect and the affection that you know that we have to show between one another, man. You know. And also between you know us and you know because we married the Lord likened us to a comely and delicate woman, you know.
That's
So
right.
we are being married, once again being reconciled back to, our husband. You see what I'm saying? Through the spirit, which is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. So but the point is we must render unto one another our due benevolence, which goes into really, just having respect. Having respect for one another, it's more so of a duty, that we have to uphold betwixt one another, man. But go ahead, big bro.
Yeah, if I may, being our brother's keeper, bro.
Being our brother's keeper, come.
And that's something that this world doesn't teach. Remember, the nigga Cain, that spirit back in the way. And he's a true example of not being his brother keeper. Hey, we gotta keep each other up, man. We all we got. The world don't love us, bro, so we all we got. And we lived in this world where this devil has taught us self-hatred, selfishness, stingy, being stingy and all that. No, bro. And stingy ain't just talking about, finances and food and things. That's also being stingy with your time. Lord don't like that shit, man. Don't be stingy with your time, man. Especially when it comes to this truth,
That's it.
But slack it, but I got it, bro.
1 Corinthians 7 verse 3, it says, "Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband."
That's it. And like I said, even though this is talking about a man and a woman, but really it's the union. You see what I'm saying? That bonds us together. You see what I'm saying? No different than a husband and a wife. It's like fulfilling the obligation. You see what I'm saying? Hey, that obligation is being, good to each other. Hey, doing what we need to do, in order to mend that bond that we got, that we once had with Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, who the world even calls God in Jesus Christ, man. That due benevolence, man. Go ahead, bro.
No, it's like, bro, if I may, the Lord has called us to be servant leaders. A servant leader is one, he leads, but he also serves. Remember the scripture, Yahweh Shai said, "He that is greater amongst you shall be as a servant," man. Remember, Yahweh Shai, he washed the disciples' feet. We're servant leaders. We serve one another, but we also, we lead too. Because a true leader, he don't just bark orders and just tell. No, he serves his flock. He sacrificed his time. The leader, man, he sacrificed the most, man. Because why? He's putting, his everything on the side, for the sake of his flock. And we have to have the same mindset. When you think of Moses, when you think of David, when you think of what's another, Gideon, great men, Peter, hey, Yahweh Shai, they were servant leaders. They was true examples of being a servant leader, and that's what we have to be. It ain't about us, man. It ain't about, look at me, I'm the, no, bro. We serving one another, man. Just like a marriage, man. You serve your woman in a sense. You sacrifice, you go out and work, you bust your ass, you come home, you do certain other things, and in a sense, she sacrifices, she serves you.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. And it all, all both of y'all, serve the Most High. The scriptures talk about, one of the things that the Lord loves is a man and a woman that agrees, and we are in agreement with, Yahweh Shai, and everything that he says, because that order is really, the key, to us being together, being on one accord, and yeah, it takes time, it takes time. You got two spirits, 2, 3, 4 spirits, whatever, how many people that's in the camp or whatever it is, trying to become one. That's why it's important, like y'all was going into earlier, man. Hey, coming together, being together, talking to each other, hey, showing each other, knowing each other's likes and dislikes or whatever, hey, all that matters, man. How is you gonna know, the brother that's next to you? You going to war if you don't, really know, what that brother like and what he dislikes or whatever it is, So that's a part of it, man. But go ahead, bro. Y'all got it.
What was that precept you want to saw?
My mic's been a Salakia. You can get Matthew 5 and 41. It's a quick one. what was going about previously.
Matthew 5 and verse 41, it says, and whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twine.
Mm.
Yeah, so pretty much if a brother asks you to do something for him, you know, do a little bit extra. Don't just do what he asks, you know, try to do a little bit extra, you know. It can go a long way, you
Mhm.
know. And if you go into the NOT, it says if a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles,
Yes, it.
you know. Because if he asks you for something, he obviously need it, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So why not do a little bit extra more? You know, that could end up boosting his spirit, you know, end up boosting your spirit. And like they were saying beforehand, you know, that could cover a multitude of sins.
That's
If
it.
I may, especially if you ain't got nothing really going on, man. It
Facts.
times when a brother asks you to do something and you would do it like what they asked you. You got some brother with that spirit. Well, I did what he asked. Now it's about time for me to go on about my day. Knowing you ain't got nothing else going.
Oh,
Hey,
he about to go home and bullshit.
Literally.
About to go home and bullshit.
hey, that
Wow.
goes into also, if I may, where it talks about in Galatians, where it talks about bearing one
Mhm.
another's burdens. You know,
hmm
Mm.
hey, if you doing that, man, you bearing each other's burdens, man. You know what I'm saying? A brother's problems can become your problems, and you having empathy, man, for that brother, man. You know,
Yep.
Mhm.
and that's how we cover a multitude of sins with the brother. You know, that's a part of charity, man. You know,
Yeah.
and that's all this goes into showing gratitude for what Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai put together, man. Because it's not of ours, bro. You know, none of this is of our own doing, man. This is the Lord handpicked each and every one of us, just like He did His disciples. You see, so it ain't like we just going out. Oh no, no, man. We all was going a different route. You see what I'm saying? At one point in our life, man. But somehow we ended up right here, man. That's all of the Lord ordering our footsteps right here. You know. But go ahead, big bro.
And if I may, when you break bread with bro, you feel good, bro. Like, for instance, we make trips and go places, man. That builds that memories, bro. That shit, because brothers, we all
Uh,
catch hell. We all dealing with certain things, man. Brother call you, bro. Hey, you want to go? We go get a drink, or shit,
Mhm.
let's go get some food or something. That shit uplifts brother spirits, man. It builds
exactly.
morality, man, and that's key amongst in an army, man. Amongst
Mm-hmm.
soldiers, man, morality is one of the biggest things, man. Y'all in a heavy battle. A good leader, his whole job is to boost the morale of his comrades.
Con.
So we can go finish this fucking fight.
Yep.
That's a good leader. He could just build more morality in the midst of chaos. Get you riled up. Okay, yeah, bro. And now saying you can go. You must up a little. Just you doing that. Now the brother got a little strength where he can just fight or continue to go through the day, man. You know.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely.
You still got that John 21, bro? You say you want it?
Yes, sir.
John.
John 21 and 15.
Hey, turn the lights off.
Oh yeah, I got you.
So Wadi.
But, I'm gonna read the title. It says the love motivation.
Damn.
God.
The love, motivation. He just talked about morale, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just talked about morale. This is how we pay it back, man. Because the scriptures always talk about they did turn many from righteousness. We get that next. We get the Ezekiel. We wash the hands, wash the blood off our hands. We're doing what the Lord instructed us to do. Us giving reverence, fear. Like the scripture says, "What kiss the son, at least he be angry." How do we? The word kiss goes into entreat. Do things that make him glad. Go ahead.
If I may, that's actually it's kind of crazy because if you really think about it, it's not really hard to do. It's hard to do because you're in this flesh, but it's really not that hard to do. You have to understand. In most movies, when somebody saves somebody's life, what does that person always say? I owe you my life,
Mm-hmm.
right? All the Lord had asked was for us to do what? pretty much do his will and love one another as you would love yourself.
Con.
So his burden is truly light. This isn't something hard to do as long as you're treating others how you want to be treated and fulfilling the law as it should be filled.
Mm-hmm. No,
Because the law is what? It's pretty much love.
the love. Yep.
Love, man. Was agape? Say love in Hebrew. It's like, you know. It's brotherly love. What's this? Let brotherly love. You know, true brotherly love, not what the fuck this world teach love. Well, love you go, and then y'all you part ways, and y'all, you know what I'm saying? No, man, ain't fuck out here. Love, the action is a verb. It's an action. Man. It's an action requirement.
And that's the thing. Love is an action word. You can love all day with emotion, fervent, being fervent with your speech, you know. But when you're not committing to action, then you know what are you doing? What's the matter?
Let me get this. No, go ahead. My bad.
You got it like that.
John 21:15, it says, so when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. And he said unto him, feed my lambs. He
Feed
said,
my lambs. Go ahead.
he said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said to him, yeah, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. And he said to him, feed my sheep. He said unto the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep.
Pass it on. Pass it on, man. Hey, what's the purpose of having information if you can't pass it on?
Ooh, the spirit.
What's the purpose? That's what they said in the movie Lucy, right? He said your body is your whole body, your whole DNA makeup, your genetic makeup is information. When you have children, you pass that information along genetically. So you do the same thing spiritually, you do the same thing academically, you know. So that's what we're doing. We're fishing with the spirit. With the word is the bait, and we pass it on to those that have ears to hear.
Hey, if I may add to your point, that's why it's so important for you to study yourself too. Because you know, when you study, the Lord revealed things unto you, and then you're able to share with your brothers.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's one of the beautiful aspects of studying. You ain't just studying just for you. You studying, you know, like, you know, brothers, y'all been there, y'all found something. Like, oh, I gotta tell the brothers this, and the brothers like, I didn't even know that. Damn,
So
bro.
I thought, where's Yaquab? Yaquab not on here?
He said he was busy.
Oh, okay, Con. All right, man.
If I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
you know, that reminds me like of a song, you know, because the Lord likened us into instruments. So I got a quick definition for you guys. Harmonious arrangement. It says in the more general sense, it says it simply means different parts or elements come together in a way that is pleasing and works well together. You know, so that's pretty much us in this truth. You know, we all come from different parts of life as well. We have different ways of explaining our knowledge to Lord that the Lord bestowed upon us, and we make it sound good, and we make it well pleasing unto the Lord.
Con.
Hey, like the spiritual X-Men. Each, you know, with the X-Men, each and every X-Men, they had a different gift, a different spiritual power. You know, like the Wolverine, he had his gifts. You had the Beast. The Beast is like the nerd. You know, he knew all, you know what I'm saying? Then you had you know, and that's
Storm
how
and
it is.
Cyclops, yep.
Yeah, Cyclops had his gift, but they all came together and they was able to hurt with one another to bring, you know.
Absolutely.
I got this word. I got a word for you.
Gotta be done.
This word nourish. That word feed goes into the word nourish. All right, and it's the names are provide for, sustain, maintain, nutrify, to promote, to encourage, stimulate, to boost,
Con.
yeah, to advance. Go ahead.
You gonna say something, Shamari? You got it, Yasharala.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that word out, because that's what builds up the brotherhood. All these things, all these synonyms that I just named, and the antonym or the opposite of that is to starve them, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you'll be starving your brother. You know what I'm saying? If holding back, this word, or holding back this food, this food from him, man. Or not even that, you'll be starving the flock, like we just went into, our Shai told Peter, man, 3 times, man, feed my sheep, man. And if you're not feeding, then the opposite of that is starving, man. You pretty much causing the flock, to be malnutrition, or malnourished. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
hey, we have a duty. This is our reasonable service. Going back onto that, of the gratitude that the Lord showed us, because we was fed, and the Lord nourished us up, man. So it's only right for us, to go and feed our brothers, man, and feed the flock, and nourish them up, just like Yahweh Shai took time, the time out of his day, what I'm saying, to nourish us and give us the food that we need through this spiritual food, of course. But go ahead, bro.
God. Hey, if I may, one of y'all, can y'all look up the opposite gratitude real quick? What's the opposite? Antonym, we call it the antonym. The antonym of gratitude. Because you get gratitude, but there's the opposite. Like everything is the opposite. So I mean, you got stop.
Into the gratitude. It says it really just going to ingratitude. It says this. Well, let me go more into that. It says the lack of proper appreciation or thanks for something such as a kind or helpful act. It says,
Hey, what is good to say? In the last days, perilous times shall come. Unthankful, unholy, so unthankful motherfuckers out here, man. We have experienced somebody, you help somebody with something, motherfucker, when he had the game, he can't even tell you thank you. You'll hold a door for a nigga won't look at you like, yeah, nigga.
That's one of my main pet peeves, bro.
Yeah, nigga.
That shit really happened times in my life. You be done with smack, you know what I'm saying? Get carnal, but this is the Lord hate that shit. An unthankful ass nigga, man.
Bro.
It's a thankless nigga.
Facts. It also going to forgetfulness too.
Yeah, you forget. You know what I'm saying? That Lord don't like that shit, bro. And me personally, I don't like, it's a unthankful. You help somebody out, they like, yeah, nigga, that's what you're supposed to do. That's wicked as hell.
Well, what's the number one? The number one shit Jake love to fucking say. I ain't even asked you to do that.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you didn't have to accept the fuck. You did not have to accept what you did. I ain't even asked you. I ain't even asked for that. You did that on your own. That's the number one shit Jake loves to say. I ain't even asked you to do that, bro. You did that on your own.
Hey, I did it to, like he said on Paid in Full, I did it to help you so you can make money, man. You forgetful motherfucker.
Yeah, I did it to help you.
You forgetful motherfucker.
You acting like I asked you. I ain't acting like I asked you to do. I wasn't out begging you to help me. I'm like, bro, but you still accepted the help. Of course. But I ain't asked for it. I ain't need it. I would have did it anyway. I'm like, oh, bro, that's some ungrateful ass shit.
And what that sound like what? That sound like what? Guess who that sound like?
Who?
The nigga woman.
The nigga woman, boy.
Yeah, feminist.
The nigga woman.
Feminine ass spirit. I didn't ask you to do it. That type of shit make you want to smash me right then and there. But And how much? And I feel like that. How much more the Heavenly Father?
God.
Think about that. We'll go back to when it was in Egypt. They did all the Lord did. They just watched the Lord flood Pharaoh and his army.
Oh, I got a precept for you, bro.
being fed manna, but asking for meat.
Yeah.
Bro, not only that, bro, walked on dry land. Walked on dry land across a sea.
Imagine that sight.
Clothes
And
didn't disintegrate. Or
bro, shoes and clothes. Yeah, that's a Deuteronomy 4, I think.
Con.
Bro, clothes didn't disintegrate for 40 years, bro. I ain't even got a pair of shoes that's 40 years old. Shoes, clothes ain't even last 40 years old. Like, bro, like, and then you're gonna turn around and you're gonna listen to this, bro. Listen to this. This is the most ungrateful nation on the face of the fucking earth. You get delivered. You see all these miracles.
Baba Kusha. Let me get this precept for
Hold
y'all.
on, bro. So look. You see all these fucking signs and wonders, and you turn around and you build a fucking statue and say the statue delivered you. You just made it, motherfucker, just now. You literally just made the fucking statue 5 minutes ago. And how the statue didn't even exist for it to save you.
I had a whole party.
It didn't even exist until you just made it. Jenkins idiots, but go ahead.
No,
That's a
it's
nigga
funny. Oh, it's
That's a nigga for you, bro.
You got it, bro.
No, it's funny, but hey, we laughing at ourselves. You see, because here lies us. You know what I mean? And we talking about our past, but hey, I got this precept, bro, to back all y'all up. It's Deuteronomy 32:15. You can pull it up on the screen, bro, if you want. You know, just like Shamari and Yara was going into, man. You know, all these miracles, man. You know, yet, hey, we still turned our back on the Lord and got to worshiping idols, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15. It says, "But Jeshurun waxed fat." I believe Jeshurun goes into the upright ones, talking about Israel.
Yeah, Jeshurun was another name for Israel.
Yeah. It said,
I get it.
but so like it.
Where you reading from, Mark? Where you reading from, Mark?
Deuteronomy 32:15. You want me to keep reading?
Yeah, you got that.
Okay. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15. It says, "But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxed. Yeah, thou art waxing fat. Thou art grown thick." It says, "Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High power, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation." It said it lightly esteemed it, man.
What's that fat? That fat is them delicacies. Because that's the when you make cuts of the meat, the parts of the meat closest to the fat is the most delicious, flavorful. So the Israel waxed fat, it was comfortable, and kicked is rebelled.
Spoiled,
rotten, destroyed. Spoiled means destroyed.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, the Lord nourished us, protected us, and delivered us from our enemies. She provided for us, the what you call it, that manna, that spiritual manna from heaven. All these things the Lord done. Hey, but like the brother just said, man, we bucked up against the Lord. It says, then he forsook the Most High power, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. And that rock was Yahweh Shai, as it speaks of in 1 Corinthians, that delivered them out, you know what I'm saying, of Egypt, man. It said, verse 16, "They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abominations provoked they him to anger." It said,
Imagine this is what you taking
It's some feedback and somebody's. I can't hear.
No, it's like imagine you took like a dusty bride from the streets. You know, you seen something in her that she ain't seen herself. You take her, you cleaned off, gave her food. You know what I'm saying? Dress her up,
Decker and
maybe
gold, give her trillions of dollars, a whole fucking mansion. You get this bitch a fucking empire.
just for her in return to go fuck another nigga and act like you ain't doing shit. Well, I didn't ask. We go back to the brother and say, "Well, I didn't ask you to do this for me." That shit have made you slaughter shit, you know. And how much more that me? That's what the Lord did for us. He beat the shit out of our ass.
Yep.
They also like domestic violence. The Lord was the true example of domestic violence. He beat our ass.
That's right.
Yeah.
For
Absolutely.
years.
They kicked us out the house and kept beating our ass. It pulled up on us.
That's it. Yeah, that's
Stripped
the
us of
whole,
everything he gave us. He stripped us of everything that he gave us.
You know, that's how. Hey, you gotta think. It's good to say the jealousy of a man, and we men, we mortal men, we feel that. But how much more the Heavenly Father? He see things that we don't even see. It's like you cheating, your woman cheating on you, and she recorded on camera, and then send you the video.
Yep.
That's what we did as a nation to the Lord, bro.
Yeah. Read that next verse, Yashua.
Okay. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 17. It says, they sacrifice unto devils, not to the Most High power, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not.
Mm-hmm. Your fathers fear not, because you just created them. They ain't even exist until you created. They're not even a god. It's a fucking statue you gave a name to. That's all it is. It's a statue you gave a name to. But you just created it just then and there. So how in the hell Wisdom of Solomon said you're more valuable than the shit you created. You at least you living, you a living soul. At least you living. This motherfucker ain't living at all. Like I took a shoe, named it Bob, and started worshiping it. Like that shit is pure fucking madness, bro. You belong in the goddamn psych house. They put your ass.
Let's see, hello. And now Jake worship Esau.
Put your ass in the goddamn psych ward, man. But yeah, man. So they forsook the Most High, man, and serve wood and stone.
That's crazy.
Verse 18 is the point.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy 32, it's like in 18, it says, of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, because that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the opposite of gratitude and being grateful and thankful is being unmindful and forgetting what the Lord done for you. You know, it says, of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful and hast forgotten the Most High power that formed thee. That's it. Y'all got it.
That's another
one. I wanted that one where he said, "Your shoes aren't waxing old upon their feet." I think that's Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy 30. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Deuteronomy. I'm gonna look it up.
Was it in the same?
Wax old feet.
That's like you calling another nigga your daddy. Your daddy, he work, he works his ass. He cook for, he do all kind of shit. You go like
8 and 4.
I got precept about the
I think it's 8 and 4. Yeah, I got it. It's Deuteronomy 8 and 4.
Okay.
It says I started 3.
Precept
started
2.
2. Well, I started.
You started 2, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I started 1. It says Deuteronomy 8 and 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thine God led thee these 40 years in wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee and to know what was in thy heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. He humbled thee and suffered thee to and suffered it thee to hunger and feed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee known, he may make thee know that man doth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doth man live. Thy
Yeah, Yahweh
raiment
Shai
waxed,
quoted that.
huh?
Yahweh Shai quoted that as well too.
Yep.
You know, this why, because he was the one who provided that spiritual manna.
That's
You
right.
know, go ahead, big father Slack.
It says, thy raiment waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years.
That's beautiful.
You know, but it was another one in 4. It gotta be in 4. Deuteronomy 4 and damn, it was another one. It wasn't worded that way. I'm mad as hell. I can't find it, man.
Paraphrase it again.
I can't. I'm mad as hell. I can't find it. But that was the point, though. But it said y'all had just. It's something like y'all had just seen all the miracles that he had done. It's something to that effect. I think it's 29:5. That's what it is. 29:5. 29. Okay, I'll start Deuteronomy 29:1. It says, "These are the words of the commandment which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. Moses called unto all Israel and said unto them, you have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, and unto all his servants, and unto all his land. The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs, and those great miracles. Yet the Lord have not given you a heart to perceive, the eyes to see, and the ears to hear unto this day." All right, so the Lord still didn't give it to them. They even witnessed it. So even seeing wasn't believing.
Yeah, seeing, yeah.
It says, "And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and your shoe is not waxing old upon thy foot."
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
hey, because it's just like how when Yahweh Shai came on the scene in the flesh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they seen, you know, what he said. You can't perceive. You can see you could tell
You can tell
the
the times of
signs
the
that
weather,
happen,
but
but
you can't tell the
right,
times of the Son of
You
Man.
can tell the weather, but you can
it's
perceive the weather, but you can't perceive the prophecies, basically.
it's feedback from somebody's phone is really really tough.
Let me mute mine. Might be mine. I don't know.
Salakia, it's better. Yeah. So like yeah, like I was saying, shit. Hey, that's that's what the Yahweh Shai was saying to the wicked Sadducees and the wicked Pharisees, man. You know, you could tell the signs and the, you know, but you pretty much can't tell. Hey, the prophecy of when Yahweh Shai, you know, is I'm right here in your face. Pretty much what Yahweh Shai was saying. All these, what Shemaria was just saying, hey, all these signs, you know, all these prophetic signs and all these things that the Lord, these miracles that the Lord did to the children of Israel, yet he still, you know, they still couldn't perceive what was right in front of them, man. You know, and they went a horn after other gods, man. Go ahead,
Precept.
go ahead, Shamari. Go ahead, bro. Slack.
You got something up?
Oh, I ain't know if you had that. He said go ahead, Shmari, so I was gonna wait
I
till
think
I
he had
had.
one more verse from Mario, but
I ain't
No,
know.
that was in the Deuteronomy. That
oh
was
yeah,
the point.
you read that fifth verse. Salakia.
Yeah, I read the 5th verse. That say the Lord had they shoes and clothes that he wax old upon their body, and they seen all the miracles and still didn't believe. So it was just the 2/3, man. It was just 2/3. Can't get it.
2/3.
Even if the Lord came down UFO chariots, 2/3 still gonna make a way. Oh man, cause they got Project Bluebeam and blame it on Esau. They like, no, cause the white man got Project Bluebeam. I'm like, bro.
But he delivered us.
Bro.
God.
That's a nigga for you. That's a
That's a clip.
That's a nigga, bro. Just surprised. Like I don't. What do you say? Gabor was at work, and he said, the Bible don't say you can't eat no eagle. Wow, is eagle's a bird? So. If we can eat chicken, we can eat an eagle. Gabar said he actually got it in the scriptures. He actually pulled it up in the Bible. It literally said eagle. He said that nigga. He said he looked at him. He said, "I'm gonna eat it anyway." Niggas just be proud as hell, bro.
Shit. Disobedient, boy.
Niggas be proud.
Because he was proud because he knew he was right, but he like, fuck it, I'm still gonna eat it. That's a nigga for you, bro.
That is a nigga for your ass. That's a nigga, bro.
And what can you do with a nigga like that? But just fry his ass.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of him.
Just fry his ass. Put him in the skillet.
That's what the Lord did, Eventually the Lord has, hey man, look here, draw that line in the sand, man, and swallowed up the wicked Israelites in the wilderness, man. Or he let those fiery serpents on the on the Israelites as well too, man. The Lord eventually had to just get rid of that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Eventually that's what's going to happen when the Lord come back as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because if I make it, Yahweh Bar Shemar Shah, the true eugenist. They call it eugenist. And he's gonna do it. He's gonna weed out the degenerates of our nation. He's a true eugenist.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers, the 2/3 gotta go. For the nation to flourish, them niggas gotta go.
Oh, God.
You gotta allocate fuck that, nigga. Now, no, granted, don't make me go out in the world just be nigga, throw Bibles at niggas, smack niggas with the book. Like, yeah, you 2/3. I don't mean that, bro. But the point being is, bro, you can't. A nigga would hinder the kingdom, bro. That's why they gotta go. Think about it. Walking around, what took us a couple week journey? Them niggas made that shit into 40 years.
Mm-hmm. Because of their wickedness.
It's like a nigga you can directions. Hey, bro, bust a right, bust a left, and just come down this street. This nigga, it's another way we get here.
Let's stop here real quick.
Yeah. No motherfucker, 2-minute trip. This nigga, he got to go hit the highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, all you got to do is turn, make 3 rights, nigga. You would have been up.
Yeah. Hey, but look, all you have to do is what? Follow directions. All you have to do is follow directions. But you want to do your own thing. You want to stop at the gas station. You want to go do this. You want to go do that. Lord says, like, hey, when you stop at the red light, stop at the stop signs. You want to run everything. You just can't follow directions, bro. Niggas, bro.
Hey, not to get sidetracked, it was a rap. Benny Siegel said he was a freestyle. He said, I told that nigga take a block and a half. All the fucking took was a block and a half. Something like he said. He said, I told that nigga to walk a block and a half. The nigga fucked up like, nigga, I told you to walk a block and a half. But the nigga it's wicked though. He's rapping about that. I was just thinking about that.
Niggas can't follow directions, bro.
Okay.
I got a precept.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Romans, chapter 1, starting at verse 18. Point is in 25. Title says unbelief and its consequences. It says, for the wrath of Yahweh is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. It says, because that which may be known of Yahweh is manifest in them, Yahweh have showed it unto them. So you got to think in the past times and even in the times now. In the past times, they were literally seeing these different things that the Lord was manifesting and showing before their eyes. And what did they still do? They didn't believe. They still wasn't trying to do the right thing. They still was going on after their own lust. Or just like what's it called in the wilderness. You see the Lord do all these miracles, but yet soon as something don't go your way or the slight mishap, which really wasn't a mishap, now you talking shit. Shall we surely die? That's a terrible mindset to have. It says,
Yeah, like talking like from Genesis niggas.
God.
Shut your ass up, bro. Put the book down. Just stop teaching, fam. Like that's what you ass up. Put the book down. Just stop teaching, bro.
No,
Paul,
absolutely,
nah, for
Paul,
real.
absolutely.
you know, go your balling ass back in the world to go teach something else. Leave the Bible alone.
Yeah, hey, that's an example of not showing gratitude. How,
Mhm.
you know, how you gonna, discredit the one who Yahweh Shai himself knocked off the horse and taught through the Spirit. You
Mhm.
know
But we use his writings to tell that I'm over you, baby.
exactly. Ground.
We use his writings to justify him having, being over the woman.
Hmm.
That's
That's
the
it.
niggas do, bro.
Yeah. A
'Cause that's what niggas do.
reprobate
Niggas
mind.
use you. Hey, remember,
Ground.
Yahoo Shah was dealt with niggas like with freeload niggas. Cause you got niggas like that too. They want to benefit off the truth. Just that freeloading spirit. Remember
Hmm.
the fish. He said, I only came for the fish and the motherfucking the bread. And you know it's niggas, man. This fish good as hell, man. Niggas probably smacking this shit. Fish oil on his lips.
Nigga,
Yeah.
good ass cheese. It was good ass fish.
And Lord looking at these like, look at these niggas. No, right, probably wasn't necessarily. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
that
Lord probably was like, Lord was like,
nigga.
eat your fill and leave. Eat your fill and leave.
Man, the Passover lamb was good, man. Ain't looking forward for the he wait for the Passover. He want the lamb.
God,
It's like it
ungrateful, bro. Ungrateful. Go ahead.
Continuing on, Romans 1 and 20 says, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen,
Hmm.
being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So you have no excuse, man. You people are so quick to acknowledge how beautiful the world is, how certain things are made. You're giving all this glory to the creation, but yet when it comes time to acknowledge who actually created it, you don't want to give any glory.
Hmm.
Yep, that's why it gotta happen by force. You got niggas, you got people out here, shit, Edomites and Jacobite that actually die. They go fucking camping on the sides of cliffs just for a view.
Mount
They
Everest.
one dude was taking pictures of a volcano, knowing he was gonna die. Took pictures of the volcano, and then he put his body over the camera to shield the photos with his body, and died because the pictures of the volcano was so beautiful.
Oh,
So,
nah.
but then can't understand that the Most High is a so-called dark skinned man.
I'm gonna stop you right there, buddy. That's just not true, buddy.
That's just not true, man. you know, hey,
Well, we
but
don't. So what you don't feel? You can feel him. You can feel him. You can see his evidence that he exists.
hey, man, but yeah, guess what? When he died, he went up there to the spiritual realm. He was like, "Oh man, something's wrong. Something's very wrong.
Something's really, really wrong.
Something's very wrong." Oh man,
Continuing on
so
in
that's why the
verse.
Lord got to do it by
My bad.
force. The Lord said every knee is gonna bow, whether you
Yep.
like it or not.
Y'all gonna acknowledge me. You got no
Yep.
choice. If you ain't gonna acknowledge me, slay him before me. He gonna know.
Yep.
It
Man, it's
says
crazy.
Romans 1 and 21. Because that which they knew Yahweh, they
You're
glorified.
right. Your mic, bro. I meet your mic.
Exactly.
It says, because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh. Neither were thankful, but became vain in their own imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that word thankful really goes into the word satisfied. You know, they wasn't satisfied. Of course, it's grateful or thoughtful. That what the Lord has done for them. That what we pretty much going into. Hey, Jake always want. Hey, they always want more. You know,
Uh-huh.
like the brother was talking about, is that a feminine spirit? She like the spirit in Eve, man. It was always just more. You weren't really just satisfied with what the Lord gave you, the whole damn earth. You know what I'm saying? The earth was made for your sakes, but you just wanted more. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I want the moon.
I
you
wanted
know.
more. I was just waiting for more.
Yeah. Right.
I was just waiting for more. Like, hey, man, he said, "Hey, Eve, isn't this great? We got, all the animals at peace with us. We don't have to work. We
Yeah.
can just eat from the food, eat from the trees. Isn't this
Yeah.
wonderful?" I was just expecting more.
Just expected more. Like what the
That's a
fuck?
crazy
No,
mind.
she said, yeah, it's not enough, is it?
Right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not enough,
Boy,
is it?
that'll make you want to slap file somebody.
You know, and
Thankfully,
still didn't get really still didn't get the message.
Mm-hmm.
After so it's like your cup is never you looking at your cup half empty when it's really half full. You got everything that you need.
Mm-hmm.
You're not content.
Uh-huh.
You're not pleased with the Lord gave you. You're very ungrateful. You know, and the Lord is looking at that like, hey, bro, what? Imagine providing, things that you need, protection, provision, whatever to your woman, and you want more. You want more. Shit, well, hell, go down there and let them give you more. You know what I'm saying? You see how they treat you. See how them other niggas treat you. You feel me? That's what the Lord ultimately had to do to us. Go ahead, Shamar.
hey, if I can, bro, can y'all get that
But I
priest?
ain't, I ain't say I ain't say anything. Go ahead.
Can y'all get that priest? I think it's either Siracos. I think second Necklace, but such as receive benefits and have not
Yeah,
known me.
perceived benefit. Yeah, absolute.
That's nah.
Hey, could he get before he leave, bro? Could he get? He should go down to like 28, something like that,
Oh,
Yeah,
no, you got it, bro. We just
it
get that out.
says Romans 1
before
and
he leave.
22.
Oh, go ahead, big fella. Slack, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the uncorruptible Yahweh into an image made like to corruptible man, into birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. All right, you wasn't satisfied with the all what's it called the greatest power that can be, but yet you satisfied with a wooden carving of a bird or a wooden carving of a cow. This is your king. That doesn't make any sense, man. That's blasphemy. It says, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to the uncleanliness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who was blessed forever. Amen.
Mm, wow. And we
Time,
know, if
man.
I may,
Can I go ahead, Rock?
you got it, big fella.
No, go ahead. I was just saying, Con, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, it's that scripture. I believe it's in Wisdom of Solomon, where it talks about for the worshiping of idols, not to be named in the beginning is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Wisdom of Solomon 14, something like that.
Yeah, Con, because that's what
Mhm.
that putting anything above Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is literally worshiping idol. Even whether it be
Absolutely,
yourself, whether it be anything could become idol. You
that's
know.
it. Yeah, and it just shows the rebelliousness, you know, uh, that Israel, showed against, the ungratefulness, the ungratitude, that we showed against our Heavenly Father. But I'm a yield though. Go ahead, bro.
I didn't have anything.
You said you want me to go down to 28, right?
Well, yeah. Well, you can go ahead and get what the brother wanted, Uriah. Because the point was pretty much made.
Yeah. Let me go to second address 9. I believe it's like verse 11. Give me 1 second. I'm changing the screen over.
Well, actually, you can start at verse 9.
Yeah. I got you. Wait. Yep. I'm gonna start at 7.
Where you at?
Second Esdras 9 and 7.
Con.
It says, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. All right, going back to that main thing, man. The Lord is only going to save those that believe, right? You have to believe that the Lord is what? One that's going to reward of them that rewarded them for their righteousness, the one that was seeking him and doing what he finds pleasing, man. See, a lot of people, all those 2/3, they say they believe, but they actually don't believe, man. We understand that they say they give much lip service, but things are far from the Lord, man. And it's going to show in that day. It's going to show your works. It says, verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
That's it. Those are the ones who stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shai, man, in a time where it's not popular to do so. You know, showing that gratitude like we're going into, you know, and by changing, you know, of course, changing their lives, you know, and living it, you know, righteously to the best of their ability, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, verse 9, then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
These are the ungrateful ones. You know, the ones who abuse the benefits, you know, that the Lord, you know, showed them, man, and the miracles that the Lord showed them, man, and the provision that the Lord has provided for them, man. You know, they abused the fact that the Lord was really just showing love. You know what I mean? Really just showing love the way, you know, a true father or a true husband is supposed to. You know, still, you know, that's like a husband knowing his girl, you know, cheating on him, but he's still paying the bills. You know, he's still, you know, she being disrespectful. You know, talking back whatever it is, and she slog it, bro.
No, you. I was saying precept. You can finish your
you know,
yes, gotcha.
gone. You know, and yet, you know, he's still doing that. You know, he's just, you know, giving her grace. You know, because the Lord is long suffering. You know, hoping that we turn, turn back to him. You know, but eventually, shit, he gonna be like, man, shit, I'm doing all this shit. You being disrespectful. You doing what you want to do, man. I'm gonna cut your ass off. You know. Go ahead, big bro.
The key word was grace. They abused the Lord's mercy and his sacrifice that he did. All right, they took it for granted.
But why? Because why is that? They looking at Esau. He's the one that gave you. No, the Lord put the spirit of fucking devil to give you food stamps. The Lord put the spirit of punch devil to give you these benefits. The Lord created this. The Lord created this nigga. It says in the book of Revelation, she went to the wilderness with nation Israel, where she was nurtured for a time and a time, you know, it's prophecy. But the Lord used Esau to nurture us, to take care of us, really for the elect, so we can get the truth and then get, you know. But it's like you said, it's 2:30. Wax proud. I got it out the mud. It's me, nigga. I did this. You know, not knowing, nigga, it's the Lord that could say, I make it poor, I make it rich. I bring it down, I bring it up. I, the Lord, do all these things.
Really, just he just took his spirit off him, because he gave him the spirit of deep sleep. That comfortability is that curse. Because hard times make wise people. You know, soft times make soft people. You know, that's like a bride. You're not supposed to give a priest, a bride, a gift to pervert the eyes of the wise. These people's eyes is perverted because of the delicacies the what seems like delicacies. Shit, being on food stamp ain't no fucking delicacy. like shit, like, bro, you make less than $2,000 a month if you want food stamps, bro. That ain't no goddamn delicacy.
Working for East.
Jake thinks it's a delicacy because he can finesse the system. You know, but you shouldn't even have to. I should just have a regular fucking job that pays for my lifestyle. But
having a job.
Fucking
Fucking delicacy, nigga. You nigga tax How the fuck Uncle Sam get his cut before I get mine? That ain't no delicacy.
Yep.
Well, I make $100K a year, but your ass gotta pay a mortgage. Get your goof ass out of here, man. Fuck, I gotta pay a mortgage. I'm supposed to pay the house and it's my house. Why I gotta pay taxes?
Yep. I make $100K. You still gonna get destroyed at the end of the day. You
Yeah.
still ain't got the truth. Lord, blind your eyes to see the prophecies. You know. You, your household, you and your household gonna get got.
That's it.
Drowning in fire.
Can I got one?
I thought you said, "Can I got one?" You said, "Con, I got one."
I
Can I
thought
one?
I did the same thing. Like, got the 9 in the cut.
I was so like, dang, bro, I can't even see him on the video. Like, shit.
That's like it.
Shalom, man.
Hebrew. You get Hosea 13 and starting at verse 5 in NLT. I'm just gonna go to the 10th verse. I'll make it quick. I would say y'all can break it down if y'all want. It's up to y'all. It don't matter. You finna read it, Iowa?
Unless you want to read it, don't matter to me. It's up to you.
You got a big dog.
You said in the NLT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hosea 5 and 10 in the NLT. It says the leaders of Judah have become
No, my bad. I said 13. My bad. 13 and 5 NLT.
Hosea 5 and 13. It says when Israel and Judah saw how sick they were,
Hold
Israel.
on, 13 and 5. I don't know if you hear me correctly right now. That could have been cutting out. I don't even know. There you go.
It says, I took Hosea 13 and 5. I took care of you in the wilderness, in that dry and thirsty land. But when you had eaten and were satisfied, you became proud and forgot me. Sounds just like a nigga in my eyes. As soon as a nigga get what they want, they forget where that blessing came from. Just like a person on their deathbed. You praying to the Lord left and right. Lord, please save me and I'm gonna do better. Lord, please, I'm gonna worship you more. But as soon as you get what you asked for, you forget where that blessing came from quick.
Hey, if I may, bro, I don't know. It's on subject, but it's stand up. Mike Epps did a skit on that. You know, it's funny as hell, but it's true. He said, niggas get in the gym, they call him, Lord, please, Lord, I will never do this again. He said, as soon as the nigga at the gym, he back, man, fuck these bitches. He doing all, you know what I'm saying? But the way he did it was funny as hell, but that's how Jake is, bro. When Jake in the gym, he the most religious, holy, spiritual nigga you know.
mm-hmm.
When he get out that gym, he back to what? He back to it, that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
How cool you could be, nigga. You know, and that's our people, bro. You know, and we gotta be mindful not to be in no shit like that, bro. That's why we doing this lesson. You know, and always be grateful every day, man. Just thank the Lord, man. Thank the Lord you alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes we in the flesh we catch hell, bro, and you know, shit. You know, hey, thank the Lord you got the truth first and foremost, but thank the Lord even for other things, man. You got to shower. You can wash your ass. You can call a brother. These motherfuckers, I ain't got nobody. Just lonely, just wanting to talk. You know? Hey, spin your ass. Hey, look at these dudes in jail. They in 24-hour lockdown. They in the fucking solitary confinement. You think them niggas would be hoping to talk? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta like think about shit like that, man. The Lord can have us fucked, man. You could be paralyzed from the neck down, can't move, just a head. Only thing you can feel is your fucking eyeballs, and that's it. Everything is gonna work. You at the mercy of somebody else.
Hey, if I may, it's a saying that says, "Hey, you don't know what you got until it's gone."
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't know what you got until it's gone. And we, right now, as the hopefully elect, bro, we were once, you know, those ones that, you know, had disobeyed against the Heavenly Father. So now we're starting to realize how good, the law was for us, man. How good the Lord being on our side was, man. But it took for us not to have that and have a grievous Lord over us, or and to see how he's ruling and to see how he's running things, to be able to appreciate what we have. And what we're doing now, we're reading on how good, we're thinking about in the Lord, and we're looking at these different stories on how good we had it, and now we starting to be like, damn, we starting to think on the Heavenly Father and how good we had it, man. The Lord had to strip that shit away from us. He discontinued us from our heritage and our inheritance, and now we're feeling the backlash of our Lord, us not being joined with our Heavenly Father, man.
Hey, if I may, what it says in Psalms 119-71, it says, "It is good I have been afflicted that I may learn thy statutes."
That's it.
And that's why Jacob's trouble is it's a mighty time, bro. Jacob's trouble gotta happen because you gotta think, look how proud these Americans are. People take shit for granted. So Jacob's trouble is gonna be so beautiful because the motherfucker took eating every day for granted. Family, man, these people think when this shit when these people get this shit snatched away, because people have behind their money, their status, their cars, when all that shit stripped away, you gotta be faced with the fact of who you really are as a person, that you a piece of shit the whole fucking time. Oh, they gonna lose it, man. You think about people hide behind money, hide behind a degree, hide behind social media, hide behind whatever the fuck it may be. They use these things as masks. As for so when the motherfucking mask, take that mask off and they gotta look themselves in the mirror, if they was a piece of shit the whole time, hey man, they're gonna be doing anything they can to get that mask back. In that sense, is the MOTB, man. People don't realize, motherfucker, they kid get killed. Like, then I didn't spend time with my daughter. That's what the Lord gonna be doing, man. Hey, the Lord gonna be doing that. That's why, because I sit back and meditate. Like, damn, Lord, why Jacob's trouble? The Lord, he be dealing with us. He like, cause these motherfuckers gonna appreciate me. You show they ass, nigga. People don't appreciate the Most High, especially here in Babylon. This filthy fucking place, man. You look at people at not just get ruin-winded, bro. You look at people at these jobs that you at. These people are just fucking pathetic, bro. They gluts. They don't give a fuck about nobody. That's why I can't wait for this shit happen, bro. So we can see the fucking look on these proud ass Babylonians' face, man. That's not just Jake. That's all these motherfuckers, bro. Esau, Moab, stinking ass, all these heathens, man. Because that shit be pissing you off. We seen the pride of these people. We like, look at this prideful fuck. Motherfucker made $3 more than you. He think he better than you. It's like it, bro. I just, be sitting back, man. You get vexed, bro.
Con, all right, well, you could just finish off with verse 9. You could just get straight to the point.
Says verse 9, you are about to be destroyed, O Israel, yes, by me, your only helper.
Con, that's the point I want to get. The Lord is our only helper. Yahweh Shai is our only helper, and our people keep being proudful, and forgetting the ways of old, of Him, being our help, Him being the only one there to actually care for us, not these other nations, not these rulers, and for sure not these dead idols.
And it's crazy. We come up with what, Thanksgiving? These niggas don't even be thankful. That's a wicked holiday, but they ain't even thankful on that fucking day. What happens at Thanksgiving? Cousins arguing. Family arguing. Thanksgiving is a horrible fucking day, bro. I'm speaking from experience, bro. Motherfucker arguing. You got the molester of the family right there sitting at the table. Everybody really touching on him. Man.
Hey, they giving thanks you know, to the wrong, you know, to the wrong, you know, maker, man, to the wrong power, you know.
Yep. And at the end of the
Shows you
day,
right there how ungrateful, you know, Jake is, you know.
at the end of the day, on this Thanksgiving shit, these niggas just want a reason to fucking drink and fucking smoke,
Right.
bro.
Right.
That's all of them is.
They just want another reason to fucking party, bro. I just watched the first Purge, or the very first Purge, not the first Purge movie, but it's the Purge, the first Purge. They was treated like it was a joke. They thought that shit was just for the fucking show. They made a Purge party. I'm like, if Jake gonna find any fucking reason to fucking party, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They can find any fucking reason to party.
The government shut down. Let's party.
And that's what Bacchus. That's an idol.
Yeah.
When you not gathered together in righteousness, you just rioting in the fucking streets. Because Jake will go to auntie house, smoke, go to cousin house, go to his friend house, eat, go to this bitch house, eat. You know, just how jumping house to house just because to get what he can get. You know, Jake done, bro. Over with for Jake.
You see Jake go to a fucking family. He come, he don't even fuck with the family. He just go to office, go get meat, man. Motherfucker wrapping plates up. Damn, nigga, you ain't bring no napkins. No, you just got he wrapping plates up to go.
Bro,
Like
they just got, everybody just got there.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't even gonna leave. I'm wrapping it up for later. Like, damn, let everybody get a fucking chance to get some mac and cheese first.
Yeah. Nigga didn't even help serve the food. He just right there got the lemon foil ready. That's niggas for you, bro. That's why we all got family members like that, bro. Just a grimy, dusty nigga. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The horrible is the end of the horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. This is the last time that these niggas get their hooray before the Lord just Friday ass to do it.
Mm-hmm. Let me get these last two verses, and if we don't got anything that goes up, because 10 and 11 go right with what Nan says. It says, "Now where is your king? Let him save you. Where are all the leaders of the land? The king."
Right, I think your mic, bro. It sounds like you're talking underwater.
It says, "Now where is your king? Let him save you. Where are the leaders of the land? The kings of the officials you demanded of me. In my anger, I gave you kings, and in my fury, I took them away." All right, so
and
you got it. You got it.
I was gonna say they king is what? Caesar, Esau. What they said, we not no king but Caesar. When they said that, bro, when Yahweh Shai get crucify him.
Yep.
You know, it was niggas. You have that glass eye fool, Charleston White, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at Anton Daniels. Now look at these goofies. Now these niggas crossing Obama back.
Hey, it's just like Interworld, bro. Sammy got pissed off. Sammy cussed their ass out, you know, for lack of better words, because they wanted a king. And even with Joshua, he's like, Joshua, you should be our king. He said, the Most High is your king.
Right.
You know. Then flash forward at the end of the time of the judges, they wanted another king.
God.
You know, Samuel said, "This should be the man of your king." You know, when the Most High was just supposed to be your king. So it's been now their king is up. Well, Esau Edom. That's their king. They want Esau Edom to rule over the, you know, shit. 2/3 all never wanted to be right. They never wanted to be right, man. Even in the day in the desert, they wanted Pharaoh. They wanted to go back to slavery.
Slavery wasn't that bad, actually.
Now that I think about it, you know, we was getting our back beat in 3 times a day, but at least we get to eat.
I mean, we did get to eat once a week, but we got to eat.
Yeah, you know. I ain't no fucking way. I'm on my back beat in. I want to go back to that shit. Like, hell no. Nah, how it is in Egypt.
After a while, I started to like the beatings. They felt kind of good.
You gotta think like the kids was probably like, what the fuck? You know, like Joshua when they was young, they probably was like, what the
This
fuck?
nigga wicked.
Who want to go back to Egypt?
Hey, I got a quick precept for you.
God.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 17. It's like it says, "For in the divisions of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people." It says, "But Israel is the Lord's portion." You
Mm-hmm.
know, hey,
Exactly.
like what Shamari just saying, man, Shamari Ra. You know, hey, we don't need a flesh as our protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we got the Lord. What made us stand out, amongst the whole, these other nations, man, is for one, the law, statutes, commandments, and most importantly, the Lord was behind us, man. So the Lord set up that hierarchy, with the children of Israel, man. Hey, always, but he was, at the forefront of our success, So,
Hey,
mhm.
if I may, bro, I was going back with Shamaria, bro. He said like Joshua, they was children. It's just like even with us, bro. We just see like when we watch the film, the civil rights niggas marching. We shall over. I'm looking at them up. We know. Not granted, we know this ain't a carnal, it's spiritual. But I be, we sure I should look at that shit. We used to like, me and my homie like, bro, I would have beat his ass.
Yep.
Like, saying like you used to see how 4-5 like, bro, the fuck you gonna sit in a restaurant and let these niggas just spit in your food because you want to eat with them? First and foremost, I would have never went to no fucking restaurants that was eat at some place that's a nigga that's cooking my food hate me. First and foremost, let alone march. You know what I'm saying? But we know now the truth now. But you watch some video like that, Jake. Our 4-5s, the fuck you marching? Beat this nigga,
Yeah, they wanted to be accepted so bad, bro.
Yeah.
They wanted to be accepted so damn bad. You can just imagine how what was it, Abba Bivens? How he felt like, man, Jake stupid. Jake some idiots. You want to be with this damn devil? What the fuck is you even in that neighborhood for?
Hey, that's because he was reading the scriptures,
Exactly.
and he understood about trimming your ways to seek love. What's that? The book of Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm. That
Jake loved
plantation.
Hey, Jake loved to trim their ways to try to seek love from their oppressors, man.
Yeah, it's that plantation Christianity. That's that shit.
Plantation Christianity, absolutely.
They love, bro. They love being loving their oppressors.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I do. I don't know what that is.
Anybody got any presets? Because we can close up.
Yeah. No, that's it, bro. Go ahead, close it up.
All right. So, Lord willing, this video is edifying. With that, we want to give all praise and glory and honor to
Yahweh,
Hashem, double honor to Apostle Green Millstone once again. I want to say shalom to all the Akim and Aqua and Rubens faith and truth. Lord willing, you continue to endure. Above all, Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Military 2025. Soon.
Soon.
On to the next.
Soon.
You gonna
re-rolling. All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Bahashem.
All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us truth and who rule well. A mighty shalom to the brothers teaching week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of Esau, Edom, as well as the deliverance of the hopeful Israelites on the full corner of the earth. And another mighty shalom, to believers on the full corner of the earth, as well as the one likened to the speckled bird, that may look like not different, but the other nations. All right, so for this lesson, we're going to be going into affliction, in our daily walk. We were just talking about how, we begin afflict, after we just got done, going off, according to the scriptures, not doing the work, how we supposed to be, being more diligent, being on fire more, so we're just gonna go into the scriptures, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, and we're gonna get it started. You want me to start off with that Job 13?
Yeah, you can unless brothers had something else.
No, we go to the spirit, bro. Go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him.
Mm-hmm. If I may, the brother Yasharallah had just spoke on it before we started rolling. Everything that we go through is well deserved, you know, like because we know we're all worthy of death, you know, whether we have committed sin, whether it be in this life or in our past lives, we're not innocent. But time and time again, the Lord shows mercy through the affliction He puts on us. You know, we understand that though He may slay us, we have to maintain our trust and our integrity in Him through it all, right? Because He's the same one that's putting you through it is the same one that's going to get you out.
Yeah. Hey, if I may, that's what a great father does, man. You know, a great father puts you through the affliction, man. Not so he can, you can just get anything you want, so he can spoil your ass, but so you can earn it.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is about earning the Lord's good graces, man. You know, that's why the Lord has to afflict us, man. He has to put us through a misery or miserable or humiliation ritual, man. So when we earn this thing, Lord willing, we be those men, to receive that mark of exemption. Hey, man, it's going to be that much greater, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And I had a quick one just to back up the brother Quibby.
Mm-hmm.
This is Romans 3:23. It says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High." Cowards. You know, we're not perfect. You know, and you can't expect to be perfect in this life, but you also got to expect, to go through a little affliction or a little hell. You know, because we deserve it at the end of the day. You know, we went off in our past lives, even in this lifetime. You know, and continuing on. You know, when we got the truth. You know, so it's justified.
Y'all holding the book of Hebrews, chapter
No,
11?
I'll get it.
Because that pretty much everything y'all going into is that pretty much that chapter in the whole. Pretty much the chastising of the Lord, understanding that the Lord is dealing with you. When you're going through these things, He's only putting you through these things so that you can yield those peaceable fruits later on. Right? He's breaking you down so He can build you up.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get it right now.
Probably chapter 12, bro.
Oh, 12, my bad.
That's
6, 12 and 6.
Yep. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6.
Keep the title first. Slop.
This is the title for Hebrews chapter 12. It says Yahweh Shai, the example.
No. The one before that section, it says a father's discipline.
Oh, Salakia. I went up too far. Salakia.
Yep. A father's discipline, man. You see it in the world on a smaller level. How do parents deal with their children when they go off? Right? You get punished. Right? They say, think about what you did. Go to your room. Right? So the Lord you got to think on a spiritual level, the Lord had to put us through this, man, through different captivities to show us where we went off. So that now we understand that we need the Lord. The laws weren't grievous. They was actually for our benefit. And through these different lifetimes, we're learning this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, absolutely.
Ever heard that saying from your parents? They say back in the day, they'll say, I brought you in this world. I can take I could take you out of this world, And that's how the Lord looking at us, as the Heavenly Father looking at us, man. Through these, rites of passage, at times you're gonna feel separated, feel alone. But really that's the Lord really afflicting you to see what you're gonna do in them times, man.
Yep.
And then He put you, hey, it's gonna be this ain't even it. The Lord gonna turn it up some more, man. To where you gonna, man, probably be close to death, man. But the Lord still got us, man. And we have to have that fear and that reverence of the Lord that much more, man. Knowing and seeing that it's possible, man. The Lord could have took our ass out, man. But he had mercy on us, man. Go ahead, big fella.
Con. Hebrews 12 and starting at 5. It says, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you, as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord Yahweh, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
So don't despise this thing, man. You gotta love it. Understanding that the Lord is working with you. If you're not going through no hell, that should scare you. What does a parent say? You shouldn't be upset when I'm yelling. You should be upset when I get quiet. That means I don't care.
Absolutely. Verse 6. For when the Lord Yahweh loveth, he chasteneth, and scourges every son whom he receiveth. Constantly. You hear me right now? It's like a little static.
Yeah, it's a static on somebody in.
Okay.
It's probably all right. Wow, he good though. Yeah, so whoever the Lord loves, he gonna chasten them, and rebuke them when they're going off. If we pretty much when you go down in the chapter, pretty much going into calling people bastards if he not chastening them, because pretty much he don't care about them, So to show that he care about us, he gonna keep us in line, and chasten us, and keep and put us through affliction, for us to learn.
Hey, if I may, that word bastard should go into like an illegitimate son,
Yep.
And we know that's Esau, seeing he's the god or the power, or the father of this world. You see, so hey, you have some fathers that don't give a fuck about their damn kids, man. Yeah, you got some fathers, man, that really don't care what their kids do. Hey, that's Esau,
Yeah. If I may answer the point, Talakia. It's funny you say that because you even see like in the world, with Edomite kids, they be unruly, they don't get chastened, and they end up pretty much ruling over their own house, even being a child, and it's the same thing, Esau ruling right now, the Lord ain't really judging them at the moment, but eventually time gonna speed up, and he gonna end up judging them for everything that he did from the beginning.
That's it.
What you talking about with verse 8? I'm gonna get there. Hebrews 12 and 7. If you endure chastening, the Most High Power dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
That's it. Yeah, it goes into bastard should go into illegitimate. If you could pull it up, for the viewers, because hey, that illegitimate son, we at the Lord had married us, since the foundation of the earth. You see, we were always, intertwined, and intimate with our power, man, with our Father, man. And now the Lord threw us away for a while. Had to put us away for a while and turned his face from us. And now we're being reconciled back, with our